Let me tell you the fascinating tale of Miyamoto Musashi, quite possibly the greatest swordsman who ever lived. Picture this: Japan, early 1600s, a time of samurai honor and legendary duels. Born in 1584, young Musashi wasn't born into nobility like many samurai. In fact, he was something of an outsider. But here's where it gets interesting. At just 13 years old, he won his first duel to the death. Yes, you heard that right, 13. While most of us were worried about homework, he was already making a name for himself as a formidable warrior. But Musashi wasn't just some brute with a sword. He was a master strategist who revolutionized the art of Japanese swordsmanship. He developed a unique two-sword fighting style called Niten Ichi-ryu, which was practically unheard of at the time. Imagine being so confident that you'd walk into a duel wielding two swords while everyone else used one. One of his most famous battles was against the Yoshioka school. They sent their best fighter to face him, but Musashi showed up hours late, completely throwing off his opponent's mental game. Classic Musashi. He understood that winning wasn't just about swordplay, but about psychology too. Throughout his life, Musashi fought in over 60 duels and never lost a single one. But here's the really cool part. As he got older, he became much more than just a warrior. He was an accomplished artist, philosopher, and writer. His book, The Book of Five Rings, is still studied today, not just by martial artists, but by business leaders and strategists worldwide. What makes Musashi's story so incredible is how he evolved from a fierce warrior into a thoughtful philosopher. In his later years, he lived in a cave, dedicating himself to perfecting his art and writing. He taught that the way of the warrior wasn't just about fighting, it was about mastering yourself. His final years were spent writing and teaching, passing on wisdom that would influence generations to come. Just before his death in 1645, he wrote his most famous work, completing it just weeks before passing away. Talk about dedication until the very end. The legacy of Miyamoto Musashi isn't just about his undefeated record or his revolutionary fighting style. It's about his journey from a young, fierce warrior to a wise master who understood that true strength comes from mastering both the sword and the self. Now that's what I call a life well lived.